Thank you, everybody, for turning in your chapter 13 outline of vocab. Good job. The next thing that we're going to do, and like I said, we'll probably do this for 2 or 3 classes, and then we might take a break for a minute and then get back to it, because if we had to do this for 8 classes, I would go crazy, because it's not going to be the most exciting thing. Like, Bradley can't do jazz hands and make this super exciting, and I'm really sorry, but it's really important. What we're basically going to do from here moving forward is we're going to study for the AP exam. So you will have, did you guys see my email where you can log into your AP Classroom? Has anybody logged into AP Classroom to actually look at that essay?
I didn't know we had an essay.
We do. So if you look at that last email I sent.
Which one?
The one that I sent yesterday.
Oh yeah, it's hiding there, not super linked. So
I want you guys, can you guys minimize this or make it smaller? Not make it go away necessarily, but make it smaller and try. I want to do this live and see if you can actually access it and address any issues. If you can't, try to log into my, what is it called? Somebody read the link to me.
myap.collegeboard.org.
Okay. Y'all log in there where you would have signed up to be in this classroom. Like, go ahead and do it. Tell me when you're logged in.
All right. What have you assigned for us to do? Because it hasn't shown up you've opened anything yet.
See, I was trying to open it. And it says it's open, but I can't. I don't know that it is.
What, yeah, now open. Now open.
Oh, good. Okay. What does it say, PJ?
Unit 1 progress check FRQ.
Okay.
And also Unit 1 progress check MCQ.
Don't do the MCQ.
Yeah, same thing as.
Don't do the MCQ. MCQ stands for multiple choice questions. I don't care about those because you're not taking a multiple choice test.
Free response.
You're taking the free response test. And so those essays, and we're going to do these, we're going to do quite a few of them. We're going to do one each class, basically. I want you to take a minute, and this should not take you long, honestly, guys. This should take you at most 40 minutes between now and next Wednesday at 11 o'clock. So like budget 40 minutes to write this essay, or these 2 essays. And I want you to set a timer. I could have made this timed, but I'm not trying to put that much pressure on you this early in the game, okay? But I want you to set your own timer. And I want you to think about how far you get in 25 minutes. And just give yourself 25 minutes for both questions. One is technically 15 and one's 25, but I don't really care yet, okay? I want you to give yourself 25 minutes. And then I almost want you to put like, mark it somewhere in your head where you stopped. And if you go beyond 25 minutes, just finish the question and figure out how long it actually took you to write that essay. Does everybody understand what I'm trying to say? Like, go for 25 minutes, answer that one question, and then take a picture of it or something. Because when you actually hit submit, I think y'all, that they will score it for you. If they don't score it for you, we will score it on Wednesday in class. We will actually look, and I will show you the scoring guidelines and each point that has to be present in that essay for you to get all the credit for it. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? So even if you take longer than 25 minutes, especially for these first couple, it is not the end of the world. I want you to thoroughly finish the question. When we work on, we're going to work on thoroughness first, and then we're going to work on speed the later we go. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
If this is the only thing you're doing to study for the AP exam, I'm highly disappointed. Do you see my face? All right? Like, you have got to be studying. I put all the Jeopardies on the announcements page of the AP Psych page, the classroom page. Like I said, take a couple minutes every day and do a Jeopardy. Run through those. There's not one for every single chapter, but that's okay. It's for most of the chapters. If you know those Jeopardies really, really, really well, you are in pretty good shape. Take 10 minutes and fill out that study guide, 15 minutes. The more you do, the better you're going to be. My goal is that if you know this information really well, you will immediately recognize the best case scenario, guys, is that when you read that question, you immediately recognize the information, okay? When I do essays on a test, it is just from that chapter usually. These essays you will find are going to incorporate information from most of the chapters. It's going to be some stuff from chapter 8 and some stuff from chapter 13 and some stuff from chapter 2, all kind of meshed together. So I want you to be able to immediately recognize the information, start to have a framework in your head, and maybe you have a notepad by your computer where you in my head, this is how I write an essay. So I'm going to teach you how if I were answering this question, this is what I personally would do. I would bullet point my answer on, not writing full sentences, but just have a framework of some kind of how I'm going to answer this question. And then I would start typing, and I'd like check off each thing as I go, because I'm a very visual person and I have to have like a flow to it. If you are more auditory, you can talk it out loud because no one can see you and who cares. That's kind of the weirdly nice thing about this, is if you're a more auditory person, you know, in the real AP exam, you can't talk it out because everybody else is in the room with you. But you can actually like talk it out and figure it out. You can't log in, Sebastian? Okay. If you, Sebastian, stay on the meeting when we're done and we'll try to walk through that together, okay? So like I said, you can either talk it out or you can write it out in a framework and then check it off one thing at a time, all right? My suggestion to not make yourself crazy is don't try to do both those questions on the same day. I'm hoping, and look, I'm working through this for the first time just like you guys are. This is the first year that I've used AP Classroom, and I don't historically do it because I like to teach you the things and I like to assess it. I don't really love having to rely upon the computer. And it's worked so far. Like most of my kids have done very well on this test, and so I hate to break what is not broken. You know what I'm saying? So I think you should be able to do the first question and then hit submit. And then maybe the next day, do the second question and hit submit. If I'm wrong, I apologize. You might have to do both of them on the same day. If so, sorry about that. You are in, Sebastian? Good, I'm glad. So best case scenario, you do one question, you submit that one. You do the second question, you submit that one. You might have to do them at the same time though, all right? So on Wednesday, I'm gonna set you free in like 2 minutes because I want you to have plenty of time. If you're smart, use this time that you would normally be sitting here listening to me talk for the next 45 minutes and get started on these things and study. Don't go outside and play like you're 4. I don't know why I said it like that. don't go watch Netflix or get on your phone. It's more teenage appropriate. Sit down and actually think about how you would answer these questions and then set aside some time. These are due by Wednesday at 11 a.m. If they are late, I'm going to penalize and take points off. So don't wait until 10:15 on Wednesday to do them because it might be late then by the time you hit submit. We will meet again on Wednesday at 11 o'clock for Zoom to go. That one will be a little bit longer of a class because we'll actually go through the essay and talk about why each of those points are important. But today I want to give you a little bit of a break and set you free. Do you have questions?
I got logged in, but I don't know where to go.
Okay. One of your classmates, Parker, or somebody that can see the question, because I can't see it from the student's perspective. So
I did it on my phone. I logged into my phone. I can see it. It's like you just scroll down on the phone at least.
All right, Sally. Are you on the home page?
Yes.
Does it say week at a glance at the top? Or kind of near the top?
Yes.
Scroll down. You'll see AP Classroom. You should see your AP Classrooms there. I have 3. I have no idea how many you have. My AP Psychology one. You see AP Psychology?
Yeah.
Click full assignment list.
Okay.
Boom. Big shock.
It's just a video though.
What?
it shouldn't be.
It should not be a video.
Click watch later or something. What it says.
Okay. Oh, okay. And then you just do the unit 1, the first video? I mean, the first. Okay.
Do not do the MCQ. Do not waste your time. We are not taking a multiple choice test.
Right. Okay.
If you want to go back later and do those as part of your studying, rock it. But you are not taking a multiple choice test, so I'm not giving you multiple choice assignments. I'm giving you the FRQ. So from here forth, if you see an assignment, whether it's unit 2 or 5 or whatever, it's always going to be the FRQ.
Okay.
So is everybody logged in? Can everybody see that? There are no, Sebastian, you're logged in and you can see what we're talking about now? Junior? Is he frozen? Yes, okay, he's in the chat, good, okay. All right, so that's all I got for today, guys. If y'all have any questions, you can text me, or if you run into some technical issues, please do not wait till the last minute to do that essay. because I want to make sure you get it submitted in time. And I'm so curious what it spits out for us. My hope is that it gives you a report of how you would score. But like I said, if it doesn't, then we will score it together. And regardless of if it gives us a score or not, we will still meet face-to-face on Wednesday through Zoom and talk about how you did. Please do not panic if you bomb the first one, okay? Like if you get to that first one, you're like, what is this? All right. Don't forget, this is an open note test. So if you take a little bit longer this first one to really map it out and figure it out, it's okay. We're not working for speed yet. We're working for thoroughness and making sure we actually follow the directions and do all of the aspects of the question. But if it sucks the first time, that's kind of weirdly normal. Don't freak out. Don't throw in the towel and say, well, I'm just going to fail. There's no point in studying. You're not supposed to be that good at this yet. Okay. So just do the first one. Let's get through it. And I think with each passing essay question, you will feel better about it. Okay. That's all I got today, friends. Do you have any questions? I will. Yes, Alvarez.
Is it a time thing? You said 45 minutes, but like on the online thing?
I did not give you a time. I can give you a time, and I might give you a time later on. But right now, I just want you to finish it. So in your head, like on your phone maybe, or on a timer, I want you to personally see how far you get in 25 minutes. But then don't just stop after 25 minutes. Finish the rest of the question if you don't get to the whole thing. Does that make sense to everybody? So there's a couple parts to this. Time yourself, see how far you get. I want to hear the report back. Like how far did you get before the timer went off? From the time you start reading it until the time you hit submit. And then I'm going to give you participation points. Like if you bomb this essay and fail it miserably, you're not failing the assignment. If you turn it in on time, you will get credit for it. And if I think you did your best, complete sentences, be articulate. Don't assume that they know what you're talking about. What I always say when you're writing this essay is you're explaining this to a third grader. Pretend you are explaining this to somebody who has absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Don't assume that they know what hindsight bias is. You might have to define what that is and then explain why that is relevant to your argument. So don't just touch the bases. Like you really have to be thorough in your approach. Okay. When is it due?
By
Wednesday.
Wednesday at what time?
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. Okay. So I will log in and make sure that I have all of these assignments. And I think I get an email when you guys turn stuff in. So I will be able to see when you've hit submit. If you hit submit and I can't see it, what I would say to you is take a picture. Like it should give you confirmation it's been submitted. If I were you, to make sure you get credit, take a picture of that. Because if for some reason it doesn't get sent to me through AP Classroom and I can't see it, I want to be able to still give you credit. Especially this first time as we're kind of working out the kinks, okay? All right. That's all I got. Go get working. I'll see y'all Wednesday at 11, okay?
Goodbye, Miss Bradley.
Bye. Bye. Bye.